Right. Good morning, everybody. Make sure my sound is actually working right. It was getting weird on me there. PC connected. Hey, it was talking to me. It was things were getting crazy already. It's 3 minutes to go to the cash open here on this Thursday morning. I am Don Kaufman, and this is your marketplace today, which is down mildly, down about 25 handles. I was talking a lot last night about risk reward. Talking. Okay, there we go. We are. I'm just making sure things are working over here. Getting comfortable. All right. So as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by myself. The S&Ps this morning, they're pulling back here a little bit. And if you're looking for news right now on this front, there isn't any. You can try to read into it, but there really isn't anything going on right now that's actually the driving force. What we want to know, though, is quite specifically, we ended yesterday right on it, right on the edge of the expected move. And today's trading session is all about gripping onto this. And as we open here this morning, we've already broken off of it. In fact, I can even see some of the trade in the last few minutes breaking effectively below it. So we are literally breaking off, if you will, the lower edge, again, breaking off the lower edge of the expected move. That's, or sorry, the upper edge of the expected move as we break lower. That is what we're seeing actually as some of the price action. And again, I want to show you the volume kind of increasing this morning. It's probably one of the most important things that I could explain in here. This does not have to do with the fact that the cash open is coming. What it has to do with is right in this neighborhood here, we broke off that expected move, and it takes more contracts to do so because market making firms, it's basically turning servers on and driving that market lower. It's going to get a little volatile here in the next 50 seconds. So when the cash market opens, okay, you could actually get a rip, then a dip. It's going to get a little bit hectic right into the open. What is interesting, though, today is your focal point needs to be more in the S&Ps and less on individual products. As I said, there's just not a lot of news out there. You want to talk about, different products over here. There's nothing going on in financials. There's nothing going on like in energy. You start looking around the usual suspects. Yeah, they're down a little bit. But as I said, it's the S&Ps that are largely in charge. So coming into the cash open, we're going to be looking at an advanced decline line. Quite frankly, okay, it's all over the place. Energy's slightly higher. The financials are basically flat. Doesn't really make a difference. It is tech that's seeing the sell side activity this morning. Let's come to this morning's opening bell. So AD line, I'm actually kind of curious to see this myself because there's not a great, as I said, there's not a great feel in the pre-market other than to say, you can see some tech selling. AD line is actually mildly negative. Ticks out of the gate this morning, negative 700. That's strong, okay? So I was saying a moment ago, I'm looking for some fairly large chopped out volatility in these S&Ps right off the bat. As I said a moment ago, the S&Ps are down some 30 handles. It's not even like 0.5%, but what matters, okay, is right here. What matters right here is that we have actually pushed, if you will, off. And I was describing this in such detail yesterday during my morning session. I was describing it in detail because I literally said to you, "That's just weird. Like my little pen is not working right." Okay, work, you bastard! Oh, come on, man. Anyway, my little pen was not working right. This is the happy place. Okay, we've actually taken off to the downside. And I was talking yesterday about the window that you kind of live in. And it's just like, 15 points above, 15 points below. And there's no question that this is a kind of precipitous break off of that. And the second that you actually break off of that, literally the second you break off of that is hedging has to occur again. And that's exactly what you're in fact seeing in today's session. So again, you don't want to read too much into it early on in the trading session. The other thing I explained in last night's video, for those of you that did catch the evening video, risk reward. The risk reward right now really favored to the downside. That, breaking higher out of the expected move can happen. Okay. But if you actually look at it from a statistical point of view, breaking the expected move, upside potential versus downside risk, okay, there's a great opportunity when you're at the upper edge of an expected move to take those short positions, not because you think you're going down. You don't know if we're going to go down, okay, but because the upside is limited versus the downside. That makes sense to everybody. And here we are the day after I'm saying that, and like obviously, the markets are seeing some sell side, but the day is young. The day is young, and there's plenty of AI news that could break at any moment. That's the kind of crap, though, that's important, is that risk reward kind of discussion. Is, I build trades, skew, risk reward. What else do you need out there? I mean, that's what a lot of positions are actually built on, is, what I would term asymmetry and asymmetric, markets. Not on a longer duration, but on a shorter duration. It's really hard to kind of gamble on asymmetric markets on a longer duration. That's like saying, like, there's a bubble right now. Okay, well, okay, maybe there's a bubble. I was seeing people like argue about bubble or not bubble, like on Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I'm always going to call it Twitter, because calling it X is just stupid. I was talking about X. All right, yeah. Elon's smart. Can't name anything, but Model Y, Model S, X. He already had a Model X, and now he just called his company X. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you got that going for you. Anyway, calls a robot Optimus. Oh, that's really original from the Transformers. Anyway, the the market right now is it's not exactly getting pummeled, being down 0.4%. There's a bid back under Meta. I was talking about Meta a little bit yesterday as well, because it's now back to flat on the year. This is in the evening video. I was actually displaying, okay, some of the price action. You've got Google, which today is actually almost like leading us, if you will, to the downside. You've got NVIDIA, okay, on a percentage basis. Google, NVIDIA, and Microsoft, okay, are what are actually, like, if you will, the glue behind the marketplace, because you can't point to Amazon. Amazon's up 10%. Apple, okay, Apple's up 12%. Now remember, if you're up 12%, okay, you're underperforming the S&Ps, right? Maybe to year end. I don't give a crap about that till year end. Okay. If you have Tesla's up 11%, it's underperformer. Okay. You can talk about Broadcom, okay, but Broadcom is like, it's not exactly like the heavy of the heavyweights. It's, $1 trillion plus company. What's $1 trillion amongst friends? But it's not that heavyweight. It's not also one of the option drivers. Like when I start to look at stuff like Broadcom, there's no option volume in here. This thing sucks. It's done 5,000 contracts this morning. You look at Meta, and Meta really does suck, but at least it's done 22,000 contracts, right? All right. With that, as I was saying a moment ago, you're looking at the big tech stocks, which again, and then there were three. I mean, like literally, we're down to three products that are the market. And I mean, can anybody else point anything else out that's even remotely interesting that actually you should give a crap about? Because you can make an argument about the financials, but all of the financials added up now. All of the financials added up, they are not equivalent, okay, to like two tech stocks, right? In fact, you can even take JP Morgan, okay, add it to Bank of America. You ain't even halfway home to one of the smaller tech stocks. It's the truth, right? Truth hurts, man. Truth hurts. Goldman Sachs, the hell happened here yesterday? That's up 45%. But again, look at its market cap. Market cap now, $250 billion company. Add that to JP Morgan, which is now what? $870 billion company. What do you got? You're finally over $1 trillion. Congratulations. Okay. Add that to Bank of America, which is a $400 billion company. By the way, JP Morgan specifically, okay, is the heavyweight. It's heavyweight, right? There's nothing even really kind of close to it inside of the financial markets, but in terms of a bank. But at the exact same time, it's not even at the $1 trillion mark. It's an afterthought. As I said, you have to add up, stuff like Bank of America to JP Morgan, okay? And you're still, when I start talking about tech heavyweights, Okay, you add 400 billion to 800 or 900, whatever, it's 1.3 trillion. Okay, you're still not even halfway home to even some crappy thing like, Amazon. It's like half of Amazon at that point. Okay, and it's yeah, I say crappy and Amazon in the same sentence. Okay, it's Amazon, by the way, specializes now in crap because that's all that they actually send. Bought a new watch band. Okay, what a pile of crap that is. I went to Apple. I had to go to Apple this past weekend to fix a computer. I go to Apple. I'm like trying on different watch bands while they were fixing the computer. And then they're like, oh, yeah, that band. I'm like, how much is this? I loved one of the watch bands there. How much is this? Like $99. I'm like, for a piece of freaking floppy material, they wanted $99. Okay. I would rather buy and return 10 different things. I'll just buy 10 different things on Amazon and not even return it, and I'll still be better off. Okay. They may sell crap, but at least crap actually is reasonably priced. So I'd rather crap for a reasonable price than an unreasonable thing from Apple. I'll tell you that. A watch band, it's like 99 bucks. They have watch bands that are like $300 and $400 there. Okay, because I want Hermes to make it Hermes. I don't care how you pronounce it. Okay, I pronounce it. It sucks. You like that? Okay, all right. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to go to the island in a few weeks, kill an iguana, make a band out of it. I've got an iguana wrapped around. Okay. They do not smell good. They're never going to smell good. I couldn't fathom, okay, like making shoes or something out of an iguana, like the iguana heads coming out of the shoes. I couldn't even fathom that because they smell so bad. Like I would never be able to get past, even if it didn't smell, I would still mentally be like, the thing is going to stink. This is some selling. Okay. No, I did not get into the Apple trade yesterday. Am I a little pissed about it? Yeah, a little pissed about these things. Yesterday, here, some of the notes in here. Okay. But yesterday I was working a couple things. Apple, okay, on hold. Looked like it was going to fold yesterday. It didn't. Silver, Don was wetting himself. By the way, silver, it's a good thing I was wetting myself. This thing just exploded up yesterday. I mean, that was wild. Now I don't want to be short. Sometimes I want to be short. That's not today. That's not today. So I ended up putting on a trade yesterday in KRE. Ironically, this one's actually up today. You know what? We're trying to rotate today, but it's going to fail. We are trying to rotate today. So I put on a spread yesterday, okay? And in the KRE, let's go back to the KRE. I'll explain myself in here, okay? I put on a spread yesterday inside of KRE. This is close to the price. I was paying in the neighborhood of about 79 cents for the ones I was filling, okay? So I was, I'll work another one in here because some people told me that they didn't fill all their size in there. And I would agree with that because I could just look at volume and open interest. There's only 1,000 on my open interest right now, which implies that not everybody got filled. But, this thing is up 10 cents today, which is, it's fine, okay? The pressure is not here. The one thing, I'll talk about two different things actually here. The one thing I really liked about KRE is it's what I kind of call like a quintessential bounce and fade trade. And let me take off expected moves really quick. In the near term, okay, it's just my opinion. In the near term, it's in a downtrend. Okay, it's got a bid back under it. It faded again here. It's got a bid back under it. I expect it to fade. But the one thing that I was cool with is I don't usually do stuff like this. And I'm going to tell you what I don't usually do. KRE is the regional bank ETF. I'm already in a position in XLF. And I think a lot of people probably like, oh man, he's like, upping again in financials. The relationship between XLF and KRE is like totally broken. And I kept looking at it and going like, holy crap, these don't look anything like one another. I have no problem whatsoever, okay, of putting on the position in KRE. By the way, there's no way to get bullish in something like KRE. There's no way to get bullish in the XLF. The skews in here are phenomenally large. When I reference skew, I can see a couple people still trying to fill in here. When I reference skew, look at the option, okay, in this case, Look at the option that I'm buying, which is right here, versus the option that I'm selling, which is right here. Okay, that's its implied volatility. So the implied volatilities, okay. Oh man, I can't write. I can't write on the screen. I don't know why. I don't. That's the wrong pen. Would help. Yeah, for some reason my little screen pen is not working. Okay, this one is the one I'm buying, and it's 27. The one I'm selling is 29. That's actually a really big implied volatility skew, such that it affords me the ability to get in, cheap. Okay, I'm cheap. Who you calling cheap? I like it. I like it because there's a great chance that this fades at some point in the next 29 days. And again, it looks like in the near term, it's in a little bit of a downtrend. Again, you can pull up like a 3-year on here and, it's been resilient in and around the 60 level, but it's fine. Even if you're getting to the 60 level, we're already profitable by there. So everybody good? Everybody good. Okay. Hermes. We're still talking about Hermes. Okay. My Hermes hurts. Okay. Hermes. That's French, isn't it? That's who cares then? I haven't told the France story in a long time, but one day I will again. All right. Just thinking about that. I'm cracking myself up here already. Back to the S&Ps, okay? A precipitous slip. So there's some sell side activity obviously hitting the tape. And one thing that is pretty wild, we caught this in the pre-market. Look at the volume, okay? It's surging right now. All the sell side activity it's coming, okay, by means obviously of tech. But what's different about this is it's not tech across the board. There's still some selective nature to it. By the way, Apple, they're buying calls in Apple. Okay. They being retail, whoever, they're buying calls in Apple. I can tell. I'm pissed about it because I tried to actually get into this trade yesterday and backed off. Okay. I don't usually hesitate like that. I don't, but I just didn't like it. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even like it now. So Apple, okay, Apple is very interesting right now. It's basically matching highs. So gamma squeeze is underway and they're trying to push this to new highs, but the marketplace is breaking below it. In my opinion, what's going to happen, just my opinion, they're actually going to sell Apple back off. This is going to fail. You may actually hit highs, but you may also get your ass handed to you trying. I don't like it. So this is normally with a gamma squeeze, I don't step in the way. Seriously, normally with a gamma squeeze, far be it for me. I'm not getting in the way of this thing. Look at this. People are buying calls like a mad little monkey out there, right? The volume is actually ripping, and I can see it, right? We're going to squeeze right to highs. The problem you have with that, okay, the entire advanced decline line is getting better with the marketplace deteriorating. This is one of those. This is a really bad position for markets again today. Really bad position. You have a situation where you're down 0.8% and the advanced decline line, okay, is increasing. You have to realize how serious of a situation. And that's the aspect that, okay, I'll bring that angle and be like, oh, okay, but nothing happened this day, nothing happened that day. Well, take a look. You're down. Volatility is actually taking off a little bit here, okay? The VVIX, okay, the VVIX is all the way back almost to 106. It's getting a little bit more serious, okay? And yet at the exact same time, the advanced decline line is getting better. What you often can see in sell side activity is that the market's getting pulled down. It's getting pulled down, but it's getting pulled down by a handful of products, one of which, for instance, is Google. Okay, so I can see Google obviously taking it in the taking it in the Googles. I'm taking it in the Googles, and then NVIDIA is actually taking a pretty good hit, which I was just pointing out what the 3 stocks are, and Microsoft is one of them. It too is actually seeing some sell side activity. So what you're seeing again is across the board sell side activity. No, this is very, very directed. The problem you've got is if we continue to go any lower from here, like any lower from here, they're going to suck the entire marketplace into it. All right. Rotations work initially, but the market capitalization that's selling off right now is too big. So what'll happen is your key constituents of the S&P 500, aka Apple, key constituents of the S&P 500, what are they? Well, Apple and Amazon's going to be up there. Even Meta is going to be up there. Key constituents being who holds the market capitalization. Okay, he who holds the biggest market cap gets their ass handed to them when the market sells off. Period. Okay, you have to. It's statistical arbitrage, and there's always a breaking point. So as you're coming down, you get stocks that'll try to rotate, and everybody's like scattering. Okay, like literally like scattering like little fleas running, and all of a sudden this advanced decline line, which is getting better. Okay, it'll just snap, and everything will actually start to sell into it. So you get days like this. This could get scary in a hurry. Okay. Why does it get scary in a hurry? If we go down from here, okay, you go down big because there's right now 60 other products you can actually sell. One of the products is Apple, which they've already begun to sell. The other product is Meta, which they've also begun to sell. As I said to you, like normally I don't step in the way of a gamma squeeze. Okay. But this is unique. And I love to point stuff out like that because you could trade for 15, 20 years and not see that. Like what I'm saying is like you not maybe see a situation where like you got a gamma squeeze, but this is one of the primary players. No way in hell can this thing break out with the S&P's down 1%. It cannot happen. Okay. And they're going to fight this thing the entire day. So you get on board with the gamma squeeze? Nope. Okay. That's one where I'm good. I'm good. I'll look at energy right now, trying to break back to the upside. I'm also looking down some of the usual suspects. Starbucks, okay? So I am surprised at this point. I have a position on in Starbucks, okay? It's out of the money. And I'm surprised at this point how well Starbucks is holding up. For those of you that do not know, a whole lot of Starbucks right now, they're striking, okay? The baristas are walking out. You just can't make this crap up. There's no reason to make anything up anymore. People actually post stuff like on X that isn't like totally made up. Why? Okay. Why? There's no reason anymore because the sheer fact that stupidity is everywhere, okay, speaks for itself. It's good. Okay. You don't have to make anything up. Don't worry. People will walk into all kinds of stupid things. Okay. Have you been out there recently? Has anybody been out there? We were talking about this movie a couple of weeks ago, Idiocracy, which was, it's more than a couple of years old. It's probably a 15-year-old movie. It's a really stupid movie. Okay. But it's not very well done. Okay. But oh my gosh, it's absolutely 100% true. Okay. We were talking about, if you've not seen the movie Idiocracy, okay, it's it really I like it. Idiocracy, it is a documentary. It's so freaking true. Okay. It's like hard to watch some parts of that movie because it's stupid, but at the exact same time, okay, spot on. It was just about the future where everybody is so incredibly stupid. You just watch. It's on Netflix. I'm sure it's free. It's Netflix. Now, back to it. Okay. So I've got KRE on right now, Starbucks and XLF. Now I was mentioning Starbucks for a second. Baristas are walking out left and right. There's a union fight going on, and they only unionized back in like 2021, but the force might be strong with this one. But I am surprised that the stock isn't taking a bigger hit. I don't know. They'll bring in like the backup baristas. I crack up about this. Okay, like damn it. Okay, we're making your coffee. I can't go into the Starbucks anymore. The only time I ever go into Starbucks, and I'm dead serious about this, the only time I ever go into Starbucks is when I'm traveling. Okay. I can't go in. And I'm so annoyed every time I go there. Like, I don't order anything spectacular. I'm not getting like a half this, half that, okay, with a decaf crap on top. I don't order that. Just give me a friggin' iced coffee and get me the hell out of here. Okay. And they go, how much of a tip? You don't get a tip. Okay. You don't get a tip. I look, if Starbucks has to pay them more, fine, but don't ask me, okay, for 18 to 22% based on pouring coffee into a cup, which I'm already in the airport paying $5.84 for. Okay. And the coffee, by the way, the Starbucks, the iced coffee now tastes like crap. I would agree with that one. All right, I'm done. I'm done with my rant. I'm going to be okay. Okay, 18 to 22%. And of course, they make it nice and big on the print over there. You feel guilty. You're like, no tip, no tip. Don't put me in that position, or I'm just not going to even go. Don't put me in the position. They also like there's a restaurant I take my kids at all the time. That's a gluten-free place, and they now take your credit card like at the table, and they like basically hold a machine like looking down when you're hitting like 20% or 25%. I'm like, son of a, okay, you got me here too. It makes me not want to go, okay, because your service was kind of crappy, but it's good, it's good. Protein foam. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, that's exactly what I want. Now, if you've not had that experience yet, it's not lovely. Okay, you pay $5 for a cup of freaking coffee. All right. First of all, you're out of your mind. I'm partially there, but then have to pay another 20% on top of it. Okay, that's enough to push me over the edge. You are seeing a little bit of a bid back right now in Meta. Okay, you're seeing a little bit of a bid back under the marketplace. What's critical today, and again, I got a couple more positions on, but what's critical today is, are we going to stay off the upper edge of the expected move? Even if we were to rally today, this is it. You wouldn't rally above there, okay? From where I sit right now, that's not going to happen, that we're actually going to roll back over. How far we go down though, okay, I don't have a feel yet. I'm not surprised to see a little bit of a bid back under the marketplace. This thing's been straight down since the bell went off. You drop from 68.50 to 68.17. It's a fairly precipitous drop. That's a bid back under it. Okay, see some more sell side activity in here. Taking a look at products like VVIX and so forth, though, this is a little bit alarming. The VVIX is much higher, okay, than I would have expected. It's a lot higher than you would have expected for a marketplace that is basically sitting, at highs. Okay, the volatility futures, they're not exactly rocking right now. Okay, the vol futures, though, quite honestly, you should be looking at is out here. Okay, they're 19, 57. The spread between these, okay, is significant. Okay, when I say the spread between them, I'm talking about the distance, the actual number between the 34-day, the DEES, and the JAN. Okay, that distance is quite large, which I'm trading it. I'm literally in a trade on here, so I can see what my P&L happens to be on this. The higher my P&L, the wider the distance in there. That's actually the shadow clock that we're trading. So trade's going well. Like, I'm going to leave that one alone for right now. Carry, Starbucks, XLF, not touching any of these. I am a little bit perturbed about the financials. I got 22 days, and these things really need to break. Okay, I'm surprised because I'll just tell you what my trade was. We were down in this neighborhood here, and I felt like we were just going to break right through 52. We didn't. We got a bid back under us. We've just been rolling back and forth in this range. Okay. Financials, I just don't think you can come up with a good reason. I really don't. That, why are the financials rallying? Well, the government's reopening. Who the hell cares? Okay, so we can get some, you can probably say that the financials are the beneficiary of $1 trillion that's about to be spent by the government. That's a pretty good argument. The financials, though, are also going to be at the detriment of all the data that's about to come out. There's going to be a data deluge. Okay, the deluge. It's like Hermes. Okay, my Hermes hurts, but the data deluge that's going to be coming out, data is not going to be good for the financials, because you're going to get a lot of data about the consumer. It's not going to be good. Like, you're going to look at the consumer, okay, that's all of us, and be like, yeah, no, unemployment numbers are going to start to come out. And anytime you see anything funky with unemployment, the financials are usually the, to the detriment, if you will, of some of those financials. We'll see. That's days away. Days away when they start actually dumping data upon the marketplace. That's going to be fun. Okay, depleted data. Market's actually pretty much shut down for data for a month and a half. Okay. By the way, it didn't really impede upon markets at all. Nothing good going on in there. All right. So I am and will continue to shop for trades. I'm really short on trades right now this week. Like, I haven't wanted to engage the market that much because all we've been doing is kind of slopping around a little bit. I'm still actually looking for and was working a trade in BITO yesterday. Okay. So I worked the trade in Bitto. I did not fill. I could take another shot at that today and go over account statement. Okay. If you come back here like 7 days and look at some of my order history, I was working, I was not filling. Okay. Create a duplicate order. Trying to fill this yesterday for $1.32. It's $1.57 now. Not going to happen. Okay. I mean, I'll work it again, but just leave it in there. See how it happens. Okay. I'll let you guys know if I fill anything though. Obviously today. This is a Thursday, and on Thursday I actually go to a mastermind where I'm going to be talking about Christmas trees. The Christmas tree mastermind 2 is coming up, and I'm going to bring in Tony Rago though in a moment. Before I do so, check this out. It's okay. It is back. We're already upon us. The Black Friday is already upon us. And at TheoTrade, for those of you that are a little newer, have never seen this. Okay. This is a $2,000 credit at TheoTrade. You pay $1,000 for it, period. Okay. It's a $2,000 credit at TheoTrade. And of course, you're going to go, oh, what can I do? $2,000. Listen, okay. You can use the $2,000 for anything you want, right? I have my credits. You don't necessarily have to use it though for my product. Okay. It can be any product, any alert service. Okay. Anything for TheoTrade, period. Okay. There's no exclusions, if you will. No exclusions on this one. So for every dollar you spend, you're literally getting $2 in credit. One of the things I'm going to mention now, I have quite a bit coming out early in the year. Okay. I have quite a bit coming out, and I think you guys you'll appreciate some of the stuff that's going to be coming out. Not a massive expense, but this will more than cover it. By the way, it doesn't have an expiration in here. Okay. I'm not going to expire your credits. We want people to not only use the credits, okay, buy the credits, use the credits. We want you to readily be able to use the credits. Don't feel pressure, if you have a few $1,000s sitting out there in credit. But nothing gets better than it's 50% off anything, okay, here at TheoTrade. And a lot of the masterminds can run $2,000. It's $1,000, okay. There's a, product that's out there for even $3,000 I just did one $3,000 for 3 years. This would have now cost you half. Okay. Matt is actually in the chat room. If you are interested, okay, in any of these credits. So it's the first time I've actually brought it up. You don't even have to call us right now. Just go ahead and put a 1 into the chat room. Just literally type a 1 into the chat room. Matt will come back through, grab all of those, okay, and suffice to say, we'll get you taken care of. The credits, okay, we do limit these, and we limit them because there are products that we offer pretty substantial, where you get to access to everything that I do. So we do try to limit it because those are expensive to us. But by all means, by the way, I have cool stuff coming out at the beginning of the year. I'm excited about that. You'll see. Okay. I've been quiet for a while, but coming out probably late January, early February, I have some cool stuff that's going to be coming out early in the year. That's all I will say at this point. I've been working, okay, long and hard to build something. So can you use credits for the other rooms? Absolutely. Like I say, you can use credits for anything, literally anything. Okay. A sneak peek of what's coming out in 2026. Okay. I might be able to do a sneak peek, but it probably wouldn't be till like late December of like when I'll actually do a sneak peek of what's coming out in 26. You know what I was talking about yesterday? We haven't done in a while? A live event. I want to do a live event, but I'll tell you what. Okay. Even Theo credits, you could even use them towards the live event. By the way, every time we do a live event, it might cost like $2,000 a ticket. We lose money on it. Every live event we've ever done here at TheoTrade, people are always shocked by that. Like, it's outrageous to do a live event. We made money back in the last time we made money on a live event was before COVID. The cost of hotels and everything though has tripled, literally tripled. I couldn't believe the bill that I got the last time through it. And most of the time, like I don't get too involved in the finances, but when it comes to like the live event, I'm fully involved. Saw the bill and like it's like hosting like a wedding for like 3 days straight. It's horrible. Okay. Yeah, the alcohol tab. Okay. That's my own. I mean, just my own alcohol tab. But it would even count towards the live event. If I'm going to take a loss there anyway, I might as well go down with a smile on my face. Yeah, we're talking about like maybe doing a live event at some point. I don't know. Okay. I'm not burying myself in that one. If we did do a live event, the question I don't even know if you could do a live event anymore, like in Vegas. As I'm talking about Vegas, I'm bringing on Tony. I say, can you do a live event in like someplace like Vegas? And the truth is, okay, Vegas is booked forever. I have to go to Vegas in like 2 weeks for a buddy's birthday party. And it's like $500 a night now for a room. And it's like not even like a nice room. Okay. You know what? Don't get me wrong. Like like Kirk was saying, live events are the best. I want to do it. Like I want to see people. I want to try to make it like so that everybody can come. Like we got to come up with a way to get enough people packed in there, like 300 plus people, then it'll be, the volume of it'll actually work. Okay. Scottsdale. Yeah. Vicky, I do like that Scottsdale. That Scottsdale venue though, it got outrageous to do it. I couldn't believe because the hotel was bought and, yeah, okay. St. Croix is definitely not going to be the place. There's only one hotel that can handle St. Croix, that can handle even 100 people. And it's literally 100 yards away from my house. But it would be, I mean, legitimately, it would probably be $600 a night for a hotel room on the island because it's just limited. There's one nice hotel, on our island. Um, so it's a little crazy. Scottsdale is a pretty damn good place. By the way, Scottsdale has kind of become the the offshoot of like Vegas. I mean, there is some gambling here, okay, but this has become like party central. I don't know why. Rago, are you there? Are you there, Rago? Get
I'm
away.
here. I'm here.
I was talking about Vegas. Like, you can't even do a live event in Vegas anymore.
No.
Okay. Oh, somebody's like Chicago. Yeah, sorry, man. I'm not bringing my bulletproof vest to Chicago anytime soon. I've like actually like sworn off. Like I don't even want to go back. I just had a conversation the other day with Tom Sosnoff, and he's like, "When are you coming back out to Chicago?" But when you coming to Scottsdale, he's like, "Yeah, good point." He's like, "I'd rather go there than be here." He admitted it. All right. Hmm. Yeah, Vegas is just outrageous, man. So you gonna show your face today? You gonna come out?
Oh.
You coming out?
Wait, my camera, I think my camera's messed up. Hang on a second.
Are you actually in that shot? That was awesome. It was just like the screen with no Rago. Okay. We're gonna need another Timmy. So Hawaii, Hawaii would be great except for the time zone. Like even when I travel with like family and kids, like I don't really want to go to Hawaii because, if you're in the markets, it's rough to wake up. Like that market opens at 3:30 in the morning. So you almost have to change around your sleeping and so forth. It is Manhattan might be empty. That is awesome. Okay. That is absolutely awesome. Okay. Yeah. So no, yeah, we have a couple of clients, yeah, here in Hawaii. So yeah, I hear Fargo is beautiful this time of the year. I've been putting it off. I got to go drive up to Flagstaff later today. Like I got to go up to Flagstaff because I haven't winterized the house and snow is coming like next week. Even going up to Flag this time of the year, it's cold. It's cold. It'll be in the low 20s over this weekend up in Flagstaff. So that's as close to Chicago as as I would like to get. I think Tony's relogging in right now. Okay. Is Tony Rago with us? He is not. I'll stay here with you guys for like a minute or two more. I'll pop back to the markets. Hopefully, Matt's got everybody kind of covered right now in the chat. Again, if anybody needs, okay, hold on seconds. Making sure Tony's gonna get back on. If anybody needs anything, by all means, again, those credits can count for anything. You know, I'm pushing in 2026. I think late 2026, there may actually be like a live event. Okay. I know. Okay. It's going to get interesting. Yeah. I saw Microsoft also pop to the upside. So you're seeing right now, not just a rotation. Okay. You're seeing a rotation away from some of the leaders of the pack. And here he is. You're seeing a rotation away from some of the leaders of the pack, which are, of course, NVIDIA, Tesla, okay, Google, and you're actually seeing a rotation into like some of the crap in there. It's not safe though. That's not a safe rotation because still the market capitalization of NVIDIA, okay, Tesla, Broadcom combined. I'm sorry, it's too big. It's going to, and Google, it's going to snap the back of Microsoft. Okay, it's going to snap these stocks as the day goes on. Meta, okay, I'm not surprised to see it have a bid under it. Like no one's wanted to touch Meta for a long time. This thing, I mean, an $800 stock to a $600 stock, and no one's talking about that. You know, where when something's actually down, okay, something's actually down. How much news have you actually heard that it's down 22% from the recent highs? Okay, that's a big freaking move. Like, you know, far be it for me to say this, but that is what you term bear market territory. It's off by 20% now. Some pretty strong sell side. Tony, I got to jump. I got to go to my mastermind. I'm going to do the Christmas tree mastermind.
Yeah,
Again,
sorry
those of
about
you.
that. I was
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're
flailing
fine.
there.
I can see you, man. I can see you. So I was talking about, I'm going to come up to Vegas in a couple of weeks for a buddy's birthday, just literally for one night. I'm going there for one night and then I'm going to fly to the island. Let me tell you, my wife is so ecstatic. I'm going to leave her for like 2 weeks, go to Vegas, go to the island by myself, smoke at least 5 cigars in that 2 week period. She's,
Love it.
she's, she's thrilled about it. But I cannot believe how expensive Vegas is, even in the beginning of December.
Oh
It's
yeah.
insane, man. It's
No, it's
insane.
all priced out.
Yeah.
It
I
is
mean,
all priced out for sure.
I can't believe I say this. Like, it's so expensive that I'm going up there for this guy's birthday party. Everybody's sharing rooms. Like, we're back to like sharing rooms because it's astronomically expensive. I don't usually say that, but it's like 550 bucks a night, plus you know the resort fee and everything. With tax, everything, it's like 650 a night. You know, to stay in a and look, I'm not staying
Yeah.
like off the strip in the place that has bugs. You know, the vibrating bed, that's not for me. It's not. It's not for me. All right, I'm going to turn it over to you. Have at it, sir. Um,
All
uh,
right.
it's all yours for the next hour. You know, this Nasdaq got a little crazy, man. Hey, if you
Yeah.